From Piura.
Stephanie, do I know you? Are you do you work at Cesar Vallejo University?
No, I'm studying at University of Piura and I'm a student and I would like to pass the FCE.
Okay, and how old are you now? Never ask a question, how old are you? And why do you want to take the FCE? Because you are a student and we are teachers, dragons, dinosaurs.
Because maybe I would like to learn, I would like to teach maybe too.
Okay. Good morning, Edison in Quito, right?
Hello. Hi.
I see that it's cold because you are wearing a pullover, a sweater.
Yeah, the thing is, last night it rained a lot. It's been, how to say, abril aguasmil, pero ahora es mayo, hasta que se rompe el sayo.
Is that an Ecuadorian saying? It's abril.
Actually, it's Spanish.
Could you say that again?
Abril aguasmil.
Abril aguasmil.
Y mayo hasta que se rompa el sayo, que es una prenda de vestir.
Okay. I had never heard that expression before. Moises Duarte, my good, the musician. Moises, are you there? You know Moises, he works at the Philharmonica from Orchestra in Piura. Moises? No. Hello, Maria Elena, good morning.
Hello, Jaime, how are you?
I am. Howdy. Do you know that question, howdy? No?
How are you doing?
Yes, how are you doing? Howdy. Or how do you do? Or how do you do? It's from Texas, from Western USA. How are you, Marilena? What part of Peru are you in now?
I am in Lima, in Las Flores, Zárate.
In Las Flores, Zárate. I don't know Zárate.
Okay.
It's near
San Juan del Urigancho.
Okay. Sorry, I've never been to San Juan del Urigancho. Excuse me. I've been to other countries, but I've never been. I don't know Lima that much. I'm sorry, Karen and Liliana. It was a stupid comment.
No, everything.
So, okay. And we have Diego Armijos. Diego, are you there? Okay, in Spain, today is Mother's Day. In Latin America, it's next Sunday. So next Sunday, I was planning to give another workshop, but because it's Mother's Day, I changed it to Saturday. It will be about creativity and innovation. It will be on Saturday at 9:30. So if you are interested in giving your points of view, your ideas, sharing, hello, good morning, Lourdes in Netherlands, and you want to participate, you are welcome. And in 2 Sundays, my friend Rana Vidal, I don't remember his other last name, from India. He was born in India, but he lives and works in UK, in England. And he will be giving a workshop. And in 3 Sundays, Edison will maybe from Ecuador will also be giving a meeting, a webinar, a conference, right, Edison?
Of course, it depends on what topic do you want to meet today. I have 10 workshops prepared.
You choose the topic you are the best in.
So, okay, I have someone.
Very difficult question. You decide what to do.
Yeah, okay, it could be about activities to learn vocabulary or writing.
Whatever you decide. Hello, Lourdes, how are you? What time is it in Netherlands today? Today, now?
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it is 4:30.
4:30. Here is 9:30. What did you have for lunch today?
Here we have an open sandwich. That's very typical here.
Yes, in Europe. Hello, Michael. You know my friend Michael. Sorry, Lourdes. Michael from Africa, from Nigeria, from...
Yes, you're correct.
From Nigeria?
Nigeria, yes.
Yeah, but you live here in Peru, right?
Yes, yes.
Can you tell us briefly, thank you, Lourdes, sorry, if you allow me, a good friend from Nigeria, tell us about your experience very briefly, please, here in Peru.
Okay, well, good morning, everyone. My name is Anthony Michael. I came here on invitation. I've been here for 3 years, 6 months. My experience here in Peru is that there is future for English here in Peru, and teachers like Jaime are working really, really hard, and I am just contributing a little I can to see how we can develop it. Maybe in near future, I believe that English will become strong second language here. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I love your accent. Your accent, yes, because last Sunday we were talking about accents, right?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and it's a different accent. Hello, Glady. Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Okay, Glady was my student, and she's a professor at the National University, right?
Oh.
Yes, yes, teacher.
And you speak
teacher.
Portuguese, French?
I read in Portuguese.
Okay.
But not speaking.
Okay. So it's 9:34, so let's start. This meeting, I guess, will be shorter because reading and use of English is a thick topic. Then writing and listening, both of them together, took us about 2 hours, and maybe this will take an hour and a few minutes. So please, everything that I say, if I am incorrect, if I make a mistake, correct me. Please, Pilar, Liliana, Karen, Edinson, Maria Elena, and everyone else, please, if you make a mistake, I will correct you. And don't get angry and don't get frustrated. But here, because this is a place to learn, Michael.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for being here. So thank you, Moises, Cynthia, Jen, Loaiza, Liseth, Stephanie, Judith, Diego, Joel, Maria Elena, Lourdes, teacher Unam, that is Michael. What's your last name, Michael?
Anthony Michael. Anthony Michael.
Anthony is your last name?
My first name.
So you are Anthony Michael, and your last name?
Ezebulam Anthony Michael.
Esibulam.
Yeah.
Difficult to pronounce.
Sorry.
No, excuse me.
Sorry.
Okay, let's start. First, as usual, the reason why I have to, Pilar, I have to put this photograph of mine is because I represent the university. I'm using the Zoom account of the university, and the dean of the School of Education is allowing me to use the account. So that's why I have to thank the university, and I write it. It's not because I want to look important or something, or famous. Thank you. And I have 6 PDF books today. So please send me a WhatsApp at the end of the session, and I will send them to you. But first, you have to make a deposit, $100 in my saving account.
No problem.
I don't have money.
Thank you very much, Michael. Okay. Next Saturday, we have this 4th International. I have to run because maybe at the end of May, the university say, sorry, Jaime, we don't have more Zoom account. So I won't be able to use it. So that's why I'm taking advantage of that opportunity. So if you are free Saturday, 9:30 a.m. and you want to have some moment of good time and interchange experiences, you are welcome. As I said before, Rana Rana, my friend Rana, I don't remember his last name. He's from England. He was born in India, but he lives in England, and he will be delivering a workshop. And then Edison from Ecuador. And if one of you wants to do it, please do. Okay, the exam we are going to analyze today is speaking exam. As Latin Americans we usually say speaking exam, speaking exam, but it's not speaking exam. It is
speaking.
Aha, very good.
The pronunciation
very good.
of
Yes, very good. Excellent. So then tips. It's only 30 minutes long. Yes. If you don't understand the question, yes, 15 minutes, 14, 15. If you don't understand the question of the examiner, can you ask the examiner to repeat the question?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yes,
you say,
yes.
yeah, please. I didn't understand. Yes, could you? Because this is not a listening exam. It's a speaking exam. Okay. Speak naturally. What is that, Lourdes, Michael, Glady, and everybody else? What is speak naturally? What is that?
Oh, okay. Should I talk?
Yes, please.
Okay. When you say, speak naturally, because from my experience, our students think that the way they pronounce words may be problem or they make them fail the exams,
Oh, so you're asking me too?
So don't try to be.
So you asked me about my question.
Yes. Don't speak like you're an American. You are not an American, you're a Peruvian. Speak English the way Peruvians speak English.
Yes.
Can
anybody answer, Michael? What do we mean by speak naturally?
Okay. The thing is that you should use your own speed, fluency. You are speaking your own language. It's that you don't have to have, okay, you can have some rehearsed expressions.
Yes.
But not everything should be a monologue, and not everything has to be like you are reciting some kind of thing. And
yes, nothing is square. Yes,
square.
like a box.
Like
Get out of the box. Yes, and do not pretend to have the accent you do not have. I pretend to do something like that, and I want to do something, but that's not my accent. I can do it, but I will feel much more comfortable if I do it the way I use my own language. Okay, but of course we need to respect the sh, sounds, all the different phonetic sounds and the intonation and the linking of the words, of course. Practice this with another student. This is the way, I got this from internet. All the info that I'm going to show you is in the internet. I got this type of questions that they ask in the first part. Have a look. Any comments, Cecilia? Any comment, Gisela Paz? Good morning, Monica, Pilar.
Good morning, Jaime.
Hello. Lourdes, Rios, Chela. Good morning. Glady, hello. María Elena, Diego Armigos, Judith, Palomino, Stephanie, Moises, Cynthia, and Jan. Any question about these questions?
Okay, one thing.
Yeah, please.
The first thing is that we need to know that the speaking exam covers 4 parts, right? The first one is the interview. The second one is the long term. The third part is the collaborative task, and the last part 4 is the discussion. So
okay,
this part is for part 1, that is about something about that you are familiar with.
Yeah, look at the questions. Look at the questions.
To break the ice.
Yes, to break the ice. The problem is that sometimes we don't have an ice, so there is nothing to break. so there is nothing to break. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Jaime, I don't think that we don't have eyes. I will say that we are nervous when we take a emotion, our feeling.
Yes, that's what I meant, Cecilia Mayanga. That if you feel natural, if you just relax, if you drink some wine before the exam,
maybe, no? Think better.
Okay, there is no ice to break.
All right.
But if you just go, oh my God,
Excited.
there will be an iceberg to break. Okay, so
that's true.
So now the two candidates are asked to respond to the examiner questions individually. So do not pay attention if you don't want to the other candidate. You don't have to talk to your partner in this part of the exam. Give full answers. And it will take about 2 minutes, 1 minute for each one. Okay, questions are normally on these topics. Your hobbies, your work or education, things you like and things you don't like, friends and family, holidays, sports, future plans, and things like that. Anybody has a question?
Please, can I participate?
Please, Pilar.
In order to, in the aspect that the students give full answers, candidates should try to answer the examiner question in full. Short, yes or no answers do not give the question and should be avoided. Ideal answers are normally made up of 2 to 3 sentences, offering examples to explain an answer in a good way to make answers longer.
So in simple words, Pilar, you would summarize that information saying?
Yeah, that they have to answer in a complete way.
Yes. Okay, I can't tell you about what students do in the real authentic exams, but give full answers. That is the moment to give full answer. And here I got this beautiful video from a Peruvian guy and a Russian, I guess, woman giving the first part of the exam. Can you see? Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning, Milva.
Good morning, my dear Jaime.
Hello, Milva.
Hello, Jaime. How are you?
I am.
Oh, I can believe she's almost the same name.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
My name is Jenny Cook, and this is my colleague, Jill Budgie.
Switch off your microphones, please.
And your names are?
My name is Victoria Bessie.
My name is Edward Naranjo.
Can I have your mark sheets, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Where are you from, Victoria?
I'm from Germany. I'm from the north coast of Germany. And it's very nice there because I have lived close to the sea.
And Edward, where are you from?
I'm from Peru. I live in the capital, Lima. It's near the coast.
First, we'd like to know something about you. Victoria, how do you like to spend your evenings?
In Germany, I like to go to my horse. And now I go to the gym or do something else or spend time with my friends.
And Edward, tell us about a festival or celebration in Peru.
Well, in Peru there is a lot of festivals. There is one called Mistura. It's about food. It's because in Peru we have a lot of very different kinds of food. So all that is better chefs and plates goes there, and there is a big festival in Lima, the capital.
Victoria, do you use the internet much?
At home, not really, but now I'm in England, so I used to Skype very often and to go, and look films at the internet or listen to music more because I have more free time now, yeah.
Edward, tell us about a film you really like.
Well, I really like cars and action, so maybe Fast and Furious was quite interesting for me. The last one, 6, I find it really good because
your microphones,
quite
switch
nice
off your
cars. The things
microphones.
I like.
Thank you. In this part of the test, I'm going to...
Okay, questions, points of view about the first part.
Me, Jaime, Lourdes.
Yeah, Lourdes.
Well, as you can see, some of the questions are open questions and the others are just no questions. So we must pay attention on what we are being asked. Most of the time we are so nervous and we don't listen to them, or our partner is answering and we are thinking on something else. And then the question comes and it's like, oops, what was the question? And so you really have to be calm and listen to the examiner, and take some time to think, and obviously not long, but in a natural conversation, you will also take some seconds to think what you're going to say and answer.
Yeah, if I ask you, thank you, Lourdes, who behaved more naturally, the German lady or the Peruvian gentleman?
German lady.
Why do you say that?
I noticed that the Peruvian one was a little nervous, I think.
Yes. How did you notice that?
Well, the posture.
Right.
Yeah.
The body language.
The body language.
The facial gestures. Right. Now, is that bad for your evaluation? No, but it's bad for you, because that is the moment to calm down, right, Lourdes? This part is the moment that you should relax. It doesn't matter if it is FCE, CAE, or CPE. But you need to control you shouldn't feel nervous. If you want to go to the bathroom,
ask.
There is
if
no
it's
way.
Possible, ask. There is no way.
No, there is no way, Jose. No way, Jose. So, okay. Anything else? Please, we are not Lourdes.
Jaime.
Who's speaking? It's because you don't show your sorry. It's because you don't show your cameras. You don't show your beautiful faces, and I do not understand why not. If your cameras were on, I could see your lips moving or the green, and I would know who's speaking. Okay, who's speaking?
Me. Okay.
Edison.
The idea is the idea in this case is that also one strategy for this part is to repeat the question. It's one filler, or or say these fillers also you can use.
While you are thinking about the answer.
Because it is say about the food in Peru, for example. Say, let me think. We have lots, blah 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 blah, and then you start doing it.
But do not use the typical Latin American expression like, I don't know. But if you don't know, don't talk. Please, the babies are beautiful. I have 3 babies. But okay, so let's go to the second part. And the second part looks like this. This is the oops moment. Edison, Jessica, Mónica, Macarena, Jorge, Miss Pilar, the sisters, Lourdes, Michael, Sheila, Milva, Carmen, Joel, Neil, María Elena, Cecilia, Diego, Judith, Stephanie, Moisés, Cynthia, Jan, and Gisela. And Nora, hello Nora. And Silvia from Colombia, hello. This is the moment.
Hello.
Why? Hello. Why this is the moment? Can anybody answer the question? Why this is the moment?
Because sometimes you might find difficult pictures to describe.
Or the topic.
Or the topic, yes.
Or the topic. Any why else? There are other reasons.
Pressure of timing. You have 1 minute.
Yes, Lourdes. This is the moment of timing that you will feel disappointed if the examiner says to you, thank you, and you are still talking and you haven't answered the question. So this is that moment because they give you a minute. And I know that you don't have a watch or a clock in your head, but practice, practice, and practice. Hello, Jacqueline Llerena, good morning.
Okay,
So you need,
Hello, how are you?
Fine, fine. So you need to keep in mind the time and answer the question, how important is it to help people in these situations? So if you start saying, in the first picture is not in the first picture, what do you say?
Picture one. Picture one shows.
Okay, picture one shows, but the preposition is not in. On the first picture. So if you so if you don't want to have that mistake, if you don't want to make that mistake, just go, okay, here, and just point at it, because both the examiner and the assessor, they have the photographs. So here I can see a man is wearing black clothes and the other is wearing, no. The task is not describing. No, the task is answer this question. How important is it to people in these situations? How important is it to help people in these situations? Okay, anybody wants to say something else? Okay, part two. Yes, Eddie.
I have the last, what is it? Guidelines for this exam, and it says that it's 2 minutes per person. So it is not just 1 minute. The first part is 1 minute each, but the second part is 2 minutes. 2 minutes for each person.
Could you help us, Lourdes?
But if you look at the handbook, with the sample papers, usually it says you need 2 minutes because it's all the part. And then the task is given, then the candidate has to describe the photo. And if you look at in the handbook, it says like approximately 60 seconds or so. That's what we are based on that information.
And besides,
I was in the course of preparation for examiners last March, and now it says it is the long term is 2 minutes each, and 6 minutes if there are 3 participants. 6 minutes.
Is that a new modification for the first?
That is okay. The idea is that you shouldn't start waiting for you should work and speak until the examiner, the interlocutor, tells you thank you.
Yeah, Lourdes and me, we've been oral examiners for a long time, and we are really, wow, yes, is that something new, a modification? It's not okay if it is 2 minutes or 1 minute, but as you said, is do not wait till they say, okay, thank you. Because if you are talking and somebody says to you, okay, thank you, you say, oops, what happened? What did I do wrong? Is my answer incorrect? Okay, so go to the answer. Go to the answer. Thank you very much, Edison. Okay, somebody to read, please. I'm tired now. I'm 56.
You describe the photograph, followed by a brief question and response from the other candidate.
Yes, that's what Lourdes said. Somebody else?
Me, Joel, it says, start with a general summary description of it, and then continue with variety.
Un favor, por favor, disculpen la redundancia. Solamente prendan su micrófono si van a participar. De ahí ténganlos apagados porque el perro, que yo también tengo uno, y el bebé, que yo tengo 3, son lindos, preciosos, bellos, pero para podernos escuchar, no, todavía sigue el perrito. ¿Pueden apagar sus micrófonos? Beautiful. Okay, next, somebody else.
Me. Comparing contrasts, don't describe them.
Okay, first the lady and then the gentleman. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
The lady.
Compare and contrast the pics. Don't describe them.
Who are you?
Okay, I'm going to repeat again. Compare and contrast the pics. Don't describe them.
Okay, what's your name? And the gentleman, please.
Moisés. Hola.
Hello, Moisés Duarte. Hello. Could you please read?
Compare and contrast the pics and don't describe them.
Thank you, Moisés. Do you know why this CON is written in red?
The stress.
Yes, because I said I don't want to make a mistake and I don't want Lourdes to correct my pronunciation. And I'm going to write contrast. And I both listened to it, British and American, and both of them said contrast. Doesn't matter if it is a verb or a noun. And I was surprised to know that, because I thought that it was contrast and contrast depending of the verb.
No,
or
actually,
noun.
the stress makes a difference.
Yes, I know.
It's a verb, and it's a contrast, that is the noun.
Yes,
So,
but I saw it in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and that's what they said. I'm going to show you the paper too. Okay, and here we have, this is the second part, is I have to go to the video, okay? I have to go to the video. Wait, give me, sorry about technical problems. I am not very good at this. Okay, let me go here. First, close here, and it's here. So do you remember it said 2 minutes, 35 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was doing this the whole morning. Okay.
In the second picture, there's a policeman.
6. I find it really good.
Thank you. In this part of the test, I'm going to give each of you 2 photographs. I'd like you to talk about your photographs on your own for about a minute.
2 minutes.
And also to answer a short question about your partner's photographs. Victoria, it's your turn first.
Okay.
Here are your photographs. They show people who are helping other people in different situations. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say how important it is to help people in these situations.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. In the first picture, I see a sportsman, a footballer, and somebody, I think he has a cramp or something like this, and somebody helps him. In the second picture, there's a policeman. The lady, I think she asked for the direction because she's confusing in the city. He's new or a tourist. I think both are very important persons because one has... in the first picture, he has pain, and the second picture, she needs help as well. So I think that are both very important persons for the people in each situation. I think I would prefer to help people who make some sports because I like sports. And it's really interesting to see other people, and I...
Thank you. Edward, do you find it easy to ask for help when you have a problem?
Yes, I have an experience in London. I was looking for a hostel, and I asked an ambulance for some special places or a cheaper hostel, and they helped me.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes.
Now, Edward, here are your photographs. They show people spending time in different gardens. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think the people are enjoying about spending time in these gardens.
Okay.
All right?
Yes. Well, in the first picture, I see a girl, a blonde girl, in a garden with, I think, special plants. There have a special care about them. In the second, I see a big gardens where people can go have a picnic, spend some time with family, a time to relax. I think in both cases, they all enjoyed the things. In the first one, I think that girl like to make these plants in maybe his garden, or maybe she's going to eat them. In the second one, they like to spend time in the air, free air, or maybe free zones. It's good. Both are enjoying it.
Thank you. Victoria, which garden would you prefer to spend time in?
I think I would prefer to enjoy in my own garden, so as in the first picture, because it is really enjoyable to see the plants grow up and which color they have, and so I think it is nice when you sit on the terrace and have a look in your own garden. Yeah.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet, please?
Okay, now please, if you want to talk, what you saw in the second part, questions, comments, points of view, ideas, reminders, anything that help us or help you, the ones who are going to take the FCE exam, the oral exam.
Sometimes we describe a lot, maybe, and we forget to compare.
Yes, yes, and more than to compare, Stephanie, is to answer the question. Do you remember what the question was?
How important? Why it is important?
Yeah, very good. when Lourdes and me took the FCE exam a few years ago, there was no question at the top of the photographs. So you had to keep in mind the question. Jesus, you were describing and say, my goodness, what is the question? and the task is to answer the question.
Yes.
Okay, anything else, please? Lourdes, Edison, Michael, Rochi, Milva.
I would suggest not to start answering. I mean, on the task, there are two parts.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of information on instructions, as I said on the last webinar. So it's important to analyze the instructions when practicing for the exam. And these instructions give us two parts, compare and contrast, and answer the question. So if at least we have now the cues, with the question on top of the photos, which we didn't have in the past. But why not starting with the answer to the question? And in the body of your answer, then give a difference and a similarity, and then you have a complete answer. That can be a good strategy as well.
Yeah, thank you, Lourdes. Anybody else?
Okay, Jaime.
I think.
Monica?
Pilar?
Monica?
Yes.
Is it you speaking?
Miss Pilar. Yes.
Okay.
I have an opinion. For example, right now I am practicing on pictures because later I'm going to grade FCE. So just in my opinion, I think that we have to focus on the pictures, what exciting is doing it according to the activities to the people are doing on the pictures. This is my opinion. Just we have to focus on the content, and just we have to be very able to do or to we have the ability to speak in a lot of time very precise on the pictures. That's my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Monica. Just remember, keep in mind that this is the oral exam, so everything they are going to evaluate in the 4 parts, you are going to be evaluated on your abilities for speaking, but the task is the task. So don't forget to answer the question. Okay? Yes. Okay. Okay. Everybody can speak, Carmen Cruz. Everybody. You don't have to pay.
Okay, Pilar.
Okay.
Please.
Carmen.
Jaime, who wants to participate?
So
Yeah.
who's Pilar?
Yeah, I have to add something more. After having a look at the visual materials, the candidates should start with a general summary or description of the topic, and then continue with the similarities and differences between the two photographs. Finally, the candidate can offer their opinion with examples. When preparing for the speaking test, learners should practice making 1-minute talks as often as possible.
Okay, and if you, Pilar, summarize all that information, what would be your point of view for all of us?
Yeah, they have to respect time.
That's what we said. What else?
Focus
on the task.
On the task, yeah.
What else?
Answer the questions.
Focus on the
Yes. Thank you, Pilar. Yes, Edison.
Well, when you are just describing and you forget about comparing and contrasting, what you're doing is B1 and not B2. That's what is the topic of this exam.
Very good, Edison. Little star for you. Excellent.
Because
good job, well done.
You're very good at B1, but sorry, you're not good enough for B2. So
yes.
As simple as that. So if you just describe and don't answer the question.
So if you are planning,
but it's B1.
So if you are planning to take the FCE exam, the oral exam, don't go to Quito, Ecuador to take it, please. Edison will be there, and and he won't give you the B2.
Can you listen to me?
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, please, concise, brief, and precise.
Okay, I just want to say it is important to answer the question, but also in the properly manner, you know, because teachers are also taking into account grammar.
Of course, Jorge. As he said, not only doing the task, but using the FCE expressions, the FCE vocabulary, the FCE everything. Okay, thank you very much, George. Where are you from? Where are you from, Jorge Chungara? Jorge, where are you from?
I'm from Sucre, Bolivia, teacher.
Oh, don't call me teacher. Come on, Jaime. We are simple, human, ordinary, common, humble, modest people. Come on, here we don't have doctors or no. That is in other webinars. Here we are simple human beings, right, Lourdes?
Exactly.
Right, Nora? Thank you. Please do not master, doctor, PhD, whatever. No. This is not the group. I'm so sorry. Okay. yes.
Sorry to continue to interrupt.
No. Please, Lourdes.
We must not forget the question after our partner has described or has talked about their pictures. No, because that also corresponds to you. I mean, you have to pay attention to the second question you are going to have, and that is also personalized question according to the photos. No?
That's true. Thank you so much, Lourdes, Landa. Okay, let's go on with, So we were here, part 2. And they say, you describe 2 photographs followed by a brief question and response from the other candidate, blah, blah, blah. We read that. Okay, now the part number 3. This is another that part. In the first one, because you're alone, because you have to control your horses, hold your horses, that is the expression. You have to hold your horses. You have to focus on the task. The third one, what do you have to do in the third part? Anybody?
The 2 candidates have to speak together.
Yes, Joel, remember there is a free ticket from your city or country to Cusco, Machu Picchu, 1 week, the best hotel, everything paid. Remember, people who don't participate but are in the webinar, you will pay. The winner.
Okay.
Yes, that is the punishment. Okay. If you are connected, maybe something to clarify. Why Jaime and Lourdes thank you, Lourdes, are giving this for free. What is behind? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Just sharing and learning, sharing and learning. You learn, we learn. You get ahead, we get it. That's all. So please, if you are here, there are 29 people, there are 40 people. Please, if you are here, participate. So what happens in part number 3? You have to work.
Collaboratively.
Where is the stress? Collaboratively. Anybody, can anybody check in Google, or if anybody has Alexandra? Alexandra is the, I have my Alexandra. You know what Alexandra is?
Your assistant?
Yes.
I have my Google Assistant. Okay.
No, but Nora.
No.
Alexandra or Alexa, I don't remember. Okay. Alexa. It's
Alexa?
It's a little device you connect to your laptop, sorry, to internet, and you ask Alexa, what's the meaning of? And immediately she answers. Alexa, could you please switch off the television? Yeah, I have it, but it's in the university. Okay. Again, listen. Where is the stress? Collaboratively. Okay. Thank you very much. Now, why do I ask these questions? To see if you know, to understand that we always are learning. If you think that you know more than others, if you think that, oops, I don't need to learn anything else, oops, this is not your place. This is not your place. Go to other webinars. Be prepared. Next, somebody to read, please.
Me, teacher.
Who said me? Who said me, teacher?
Stephanie.
Hello, Stephanie. Just in this space, I am Jaime. Please, Stephanie, not teacher.
Okay. Be prepared to listen to each other carefully and ask for each other's opinions instead of simply talking about their own ideas.
Yes, this is very important. Be prepared to listen, not to hear, to each other carefully and ask for each other's opinions instead of simply talking about his, her ideas. Next, somebody else.
Me, please.
Wait, please, when you say me, say your name.
Okay, Monica.
Monica. Hello, Monica.
Okay. You are allowed to agree or disagree on certain aspects of the topic, and you should use appropriate language to say so.
Okay, anybody something to say here? You are allowed to agree or disagree. That's okay. That's okay to agree or disagree. But they say you should use appropriate language to say so.
Yeah, okay. In that case, what you have, something that you can use is expressions like, I agree to a certain extent, I totally agree, I certainly disagree with that, or expressions that are used in order to agree or disagree.
Yes.
Or I totally agree, but not only I am agree. For example,
the typical Latin American mistake.
Transference in Spanish, right?
Right.
Or you have to say,
and some teachers in class say that.
I know. I've heard that, and then what was one way to show if they could be hired or not.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Somebody else, please say me and your name.
Anthony Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Listen to your partner. Be interested in what he's saying and politely agree or disagree.
Okay, next. Somebody?
Carmen.
Carmen, thank you. Carmen.
Refer back to things you already said.
Yes. What else? Somebody else?
Gisela.
Okay.
Gisela.
Say a couple of sentences then ask a question. Never answer your own question.
Thank you, Gisela. Anybody, somebody to say something about this, Jaime? Say a
Neil,
couple
Neil.
of... Who? Neil?
Neil.
Okay, we listen to you, Neil.
Okay.
Comment. I want you to comment on this. Say a couple of sentences, then ask a question. Never answer your own questions. Agree or disagree with that? Hello, Luisa from Ecuador.
Well, if you are going to ask a question, it means that you don't know the answer, or you want your couple to answer it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Next, somebody else. Silvia, Lucia, Luis Espinosa, Maca.
Me, teacher.
Say your name.
Cynthia.
Hello, Cynthia.
Hello, Jaime. Try to look at your speaking partner more than the paper.
Yes, I totally agree with this. Anybody can say something about this?
Gisela.
Okay.
I think the eye contact is very important
When
you are taking an exam.
Yeah.
And not only when you are taking an exam,
Well, and speaking exam.
Yes, when we speak.
In every situation.
Yes, any interaction, yes. Very good. Anything else?
Lourdes.
Lourdes.
I think these are examples on how to speak naturally. Because when you are having a conversation with someone, you have to look at your partner, and also be interested. If you agree or disagree, you have to show that agreement and disagreement politely, and be interested by asking questions. So that is conversation.
Sorry, question. That is the reason, one moment. That is the reason why I ask you. Switch on your cameras, because I want eye contact. It's not because I am Magali Medina and I want to know what your house looks like, or if you are well dressed, or if you are well made up. No. It's because I love eye contact, because through eye contact, you know if the other person has contact on you, is following you, is engaged with you, or is not interested. For example, if your cameras are off, I understand. He or she doesn't want me to see her or him. He or she, very good, Carmen Cruz. You see, le llegué al corazón. You see, excellent. Thank you.
My heart.
Yeah. Somebody there was a guy, somebody who wanted to talk. Okay.
I want just to say that it is important to get connected with the other person for the communication to flow, yeah?
Yeah, the flow. Yes, I love that word, the flow. Okay, next, what is next?
I think it's really important, because when you look at your partner, you are going to show confidence, and the examiner is going to consider that.
That's true, Neil. That's true, Neil. Okay, now we are going to see the third part. Please take note if you have a question, because it's the same thing in CAE. The only difference is that it's harder. You don't have 2 photographs, but you have 3 and things like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Now, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'd like you to imagine that a town wants more tourists to visit. Okay. Here are some ideas they're thinking about and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Okay. Now, talk to each other about why these ideas would attract more tourists to the town.
Okay. Maybe we can choose one.
Yeah, okay. Won't we like to talk about building nightclubs? What do you think about it?
Maybe nightclubs, I think, are focused for young people. I think that not young people like to visit towns for a nightclub. What about having more shops? I think that shopping is a special thing.
Shops is, I think, as well a good idea because they can go with the whole family, or sometimes parents can go on their own and the children's are for their own. But I think it would be nice when it is a shopping area and not shops on the street, because when the children want to go alone, maybe it is a little bit dangerous.
So maybe we can agree providing more parks.
Parks.
Yes.
I don't really like parks, so because I don't want to have a picnic in the park, but maybe it is nice. What do you think about it?
Well, sorry, I can't agree with you. I don't like parks because most people like to spend time with their family doing a picnic on free air if it's a good weather. So maybe more tourists can go to parks.
Yeah.
Well, but maybe we can. What do you think about building holiday flats?
I think it is a good idea, but I'm not really sure if everybody wants to live in a holiday flat. But I think it can be very interesting when it's nice. Yeah, and it's a nice flat. What's your opinion?
I think that is not good for tourists or for. It's not an interest of them. And putting up security cameras also, I think they're more for people who live there.
Yeah, I think when I went to holiday and I know there are still cameras around me.
Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide which idea would be best for the town.
Okay.
Okay.
I think the shopping areas is really nice because the whole family has something of it.
I also think providing parks, so
okay,
we have to discuss
which is the best one. Okay.
Yes. I like parks because also help for the weather.
Okay.
It's good for the environment. It's when you go to a new place, you also visit the parks, that kind of things.
Okay. Maybe I would change my opinion when I see a nice park. It's possible.
Yeah. We can maybe invite a new park.
I have to try it, yeah.
Yes, it will be the best option.
Okay. I think so.
But not about discussing the nightclub or putting security cameras, because there are more for determined kinds of people. So.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can I have the booklet, please?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see the eye contact? Did you notice the eye contact?
Yes, of course. The Peruvian young man try as much as he can to, initiate that.
I guess he wanted to take her to the park.
Of course, I like your part. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that the lady, another thing we need to look at this. Is my own personal opinion and from my own personal experience. There is a way where we grew up, our environment affects the way we think, and this also manifests itself in the exam. Now, let me deviate a little. I have dealt with Germans. They are these strong personality people, and they are a bit strict. But here in Peru, they are more jovial and a little bit open from my own personal experience. Now, this young man is bringing that to the exam, and this lady is also bringing her own, will I say, reality of a person into the exam. But one thing I love is that there is this initiative to accommodate each person's, will I say, bundle of realities that are manifesting in each other. You see, this one a bit street side and this one very open-minded. So that idea becomes, where we need to bring to our students to get these things, clear before they enter into exam. That's my candidate approach. Thank you.
A little star for you, Michael. excellent, excellent summary of cultural aspect and everything else. So my eye contact is nothing compared to your excellent presentation. Any other point of view about this part, or a question, or something you want to share, or something?
Yeah.
Teacher.
Who said teacher?
Carmen?
Okay, teacher Carmen.
Yes.
Please,
Yes, Carmen.
Jaime, please. Okay, you don't like teacher Carmen. I hate.
Okay, just Carmen.
Just Jaime.
Okay, I think this part of exam is where we can show our opinion, but respecting the time of the other
All the time.
people all the time, no? But it is a time not only show our opinion, but also show our body, our expression with our body, the eye contact. It's really important. No, we have to feel, we have to self-confidence in that moment.
That's why at the beginning, thank you, Carmen Cruz. That's why at the beginning there was a sentence that says, speak naturally, be natural. So do not pretend if you are German, as he said, and you are this way, don't change, just be the same person. You should see, Carmen, the videos about Chinese or Taiwanese or Japanese. My goodness, they are, number one, it's very difficult to understand what they are saying. Number two, their body language is completely different. But when I said that pay attention to your body language, is because eye contact to me in any culture is important. You are talking to me and I'm looking at my cell phone. In any culture, I don't think in one culture somebody will love you if you do that. That's what I mean. There are some certain things that we, as human beings, we need to respect and smile. And smile, and smile, and smile. It's so beautiful. Okay, yes, Edison.
Remember that as this is an interactive activity, you need to ask and answer questions too. You have to pose questions. It's not only that both are doing something different. Both, they have to interact as in a normal conversation. So they have to ask and answer questions also, okay? And what do you think? And what is your opinion? Are you on the same track or something? So, and body language is quite important. The one thing that we have to keep in mind is also that we are not going to be tested with our best friend. Somebody else is going to be there. Schools or centers are going to pair up people with different backgrounds. So you have to be ready to interact with somebody from a different culture. So that is the idea also, right? So
yes, Eddie,
your best friend is not going to be there next to you.
Thank you for saying that, Edison, because many people think that any part is for you to speak. Okay, but this part, thank you, because I had forgotten that. This is the time to initiate a conversation, to invite the other person to talk, to agree or disagree with him, to add extra ideas, taking into account what the other person said, and helping somehow if the other person doesn't speak. Those are things that you will be given marks if you do that. But if you don't allow the other person to speak, if you are the one, I want to speak, no, that's not good. Thank you, Edison. Yes, it is.
I want to say something. Teacher.
Who is I?
Jorge.
Please, Jaime, Jorge from Santa Cruz, Jaime.
Sucre. I'm from Sucre.
Okay, Jorge Sucre.
I just want to say something. I want to start with a question. Who do you think was leading this conversation?
Lourdes will answer you. Who was leading the conversation? Interesting question.
That's an interesting question. Yes, because it was kind of, even when the Peruvian boy was initiating or having more initiative, I think it was a good balance. They were answering each other, you know. there was a balanced interaction.
Yeah.
And I take the chance now to participate because I have been raising.
Sorry, Lourdes.
And basically, we must not forget the criteria, for this paper, because we have been describing the different parts of the exam, but some of you mentioned, yes, we have to answer completely with good grammar, good vocabulary. Yes, that's one part of the criteria. Interactive communication is another part. That's why part 3 is important on this, pronunciation and discourse management as well. All this information is in the handbook, so you have access to it, on the official website of Cambridge. So have a look at this, and when you practice, you can see what the examiners will be looking at when assessing the candidates.
Thank you, Lourdes. I didn't want to say anything about the criteria because since we are oral examiners, it could sound like, oh, he's telling us the secret or he's revealing secret information. So it's much better to do what Pilar and Edison were doing. They have the paper. Okay, they have the paper.
I understand, and indeed, yes, if we are examiners, we also have to keep that confidentiality but this information that I've been giving you about the criteria is open to everyone. It's
yes,
public.
It is. Okay. Okay,
I'm
let's go.
Oh,
sorry, Lourdes. Keep on. You were not saying.
No, I'm not saying something that I shouldn't be saying. So
no,
I know. That's why when Jorge from Santa Cruz asks that important question, I say, Lourdes. I don't want to make any mistake or reveal something. Let the cat meow out of the bag. No, I didn't want to.
Okay. Also, as Lourdes said, okay, it's nothing. What I'm telling is what I use to prepare students for the exam, and what is public, but not what is
confidential. Yes,
because that would be unethical.
Of course. Somebody else, Jorge from Santa Cruz again. Jorge?
Yes. I wonder myself this question because I think in this case it was like a work team. I mean, each other should help for going on with this task. Just that.
Thank you very much, Jorge from Santa Cruz. Okay, and the fourth part, the last one, and we finish this beautiful meeting.
Yes.
Thank you, Lourdes. The only one who says yes.
I agree with you.
This beautiful meeting.
Of course. I agree with you.
Yes. Absolutely.
Of course. Yes, of course. We are here.
This wonderful meeting.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely.
That is very interesting.
But remember that it's beautiful, it's interesting, number one, because you switch on your cameras. Number two, because you are from where you are. And number three, the most important is because you participate. If you are quiet, no, this won't be beautiful, interesting, or amazing. So please participate. This is the part number 4. I got this from internet. So this is in internet. And I won't tell you if it looks or it is confidential, but it is there. And these are the type of questions they ask you in the part number 4. I repeat, I say that again, you can find it in Google. You just write part 1 FCE oral exam and hundreds, thousands.
You can find on the official website again. There are some fake.
Yes, the only thing is that the pressure, the psychological pressure, it's something that we have to learn to manage. Okay. Part number 4, somebody to read Gabriela. Gabriela, where are you from?
Chaclacayo.
Chaclacayo. Okay, when I visit Lima.
Chaclacayo.
Okay, when I visit Lima, please invite me to your place to eat something.
Okay.
Please.
Of course, you will be invited.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
I don't have money.
Let's start part 4. Your test on your ability to give opinions, give reasons for your okay, for your opinions, and your ability to politely discuss with your partner on questions based on the topic of part 3.
Radio Romántica. That's the way your voice sounds. You could have, as I said last last meeting, you could have a radio program, Gabriela.
My radio?
Really?
Doing
You
a
could
great-
make you could make money. Okay, let's see the last part. Let's see the last part. Jaime, you are crazy. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I have a small a little problem. One moment, please. One moment, please. One moment. Okay, okay. And now let's go here and let's share this. Can you see the lady?
Yes.
Yes, we
Okay,
can.
I have something to say. Have you noticed that in spite, this is an FCE exam, the lady doesn't run, the lady doesn't speak quickly, the lady not desperate to speak. She says, okay, in this part of the test, you will be, have you noticed that?
Yes.
She gives you peace and quiet. Now, remember that some teachers in Peru, I would say most of them are not like that. So I don't know what happened to you when you were evaluated in the oral speaking exam. And the speaking exam, but I had, for example, in the CPE, I had a very funny, very happy and joyful professor that invited us to speak. And that was good because I feel relaxed. But according to the rules, we should all be the same to everyone. So if you happen to meet Jaime or Lourdes or anybody that you know in the oral exam, don't expect him, don't expect her to smile. Oh, hello. No, 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 no. We are not allowed to do that. Okay? We are not expected to do that. Switch off your microphones, please.
Victoria, do you think you have to spend a lot of money to have a good holiday?
Not really. I think when you're well organized and you look early enough for something, it might be possible to make it less expensive to go on a good holiday. So it depends what I want to do, but I try to.
What do you think, Edward?
Well, I think that it's not good to have a lot of money and spend on holidays. I think the most important is the person who you enjoy it or who you go with a holiday, so you can enjoy more that place.
Edward, some people say we travel too much these days and shouldn't go on so many holidays. What do you think?
Well, yes, it can be, if you have enough money to travel, well, it's great to go to new places and visit new cities and learn more about the culture also.
What do you think, Victoria?
I think it's nice to travel a lot because you can see more of the whole world and from the culture and how the people live. So I think it's nice.
Do you think people have enough time for holidays these days?
Well, it depends on the person, because a businessman is always busy.
Yeah.
He tried a lot, but not for that kind of issues. He have to make business with other people.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think sometimes it's difficult to travel because you haven't got enough time, because you have to work hard to earn money, so it is difficult. It's nice because any things about your work and at your firm, so you don't care what's.
Yes, I agree with you. I have the same idea. I think that when you go out of your home and you can relax because you do new things, maybe you can try other things. So it's interesting.
What can people do to have a good holiday in Germany?
I don't know exactly, because I don't want to make holidays in Germany, because the weather is all the time cloudy and bad. But I like it. It is nearly the same as in England, I think. So, and we have the sea, and so they can go surfing and can visit small islands, and it's nice. I think so.
And in Peru?
Well, in Peru there are a lot of places you can visit. There is Machu Picchu, very famous place of Nazca lines. Also Peru have a lot of beaches, pretty beaches, which you can choose if you want, like the jungle or the coast. There is a lot of places where you can. Yes.
Thank you. That is
Thank
the
you.
end of the test.
Thank you.
That is the best part.
Talking about Peru.
That is the best part.
I think so.
Yes, it is. Because that's the moment you can go to the bathroom. That's the moment you can say, wow, I did it. That is the moment that you finish, because psychologically it's a big pressure on you, because you are expected to do and to say and to speak and blah, blah, blah. Okay, comments on part number 4. Questions, comments, Luisa? From
Well,
Ecuador. Hello.
Yes, I listen to you. Hi, Jaime.
Were you going to say something about part
No.
Ah, okay. Okay, so no more questions? I guess everybody wants to go. Just a minute. Before we finish in 5 minutes, can I take a photograph, because I need evidence for the Decano de Educación, and says, Jaime, what are you doing? So these are the people from, can I?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'm going to start with this group. Macarena, Jorge, Rosario, Diego, Gisela, I don't see you. We don't see you. Could we have the pleasure of thank you. Oh, you are in the jungle, Gisela.
I am my room.
I know, come on. But let me, come on. Let them believe that you are in the jungle. Cecilia, Mayanga, Macarena, Jorge, Rosario, no, you don't want to appear? Okay. Okay, 1, 2, and 3.
It's a big group.
Okay. One moment. Oh my God, I have to do so many things here. Okay, excellent, beautiful. Now let me go to the other group. Okay, now this group. Macarena, Jorge, they don't appear. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, perfect, yeah. So Michael, you wanted to say something?
Yes.
Please.
First and foremost, yes, just a minute, I'm done. Thank you very much for participating. And to you, Jaime, thank you for inviting us. So I want to talk from the perspective of those of us that are preparing students. I know we have examiners here, and I will not want you to break your ethical code of revealing certain things. Okay, but please, those of us that are students, I'm a student too, but I'm a teacher. I want to ask our teachers and our examiners to be a little bit more, how will I say, flexible. Sometimes the way we carry ourselves even makes the whole environment more difficult for those of us who are students. And in as much as we are focusing on the skills, we should also remember that without vocabulary, we cannot do any of the skills. So from my experience here, you see teachers focusing a lot on skills without giving the students the tool, which is the vocabulary.
Or queens, either lords or queens.
So please, I am speaking on behalf of students now to beg you, our examiners, to please consider us in this kind of situation. Thank you very much.
Good point of view, Michael. By the way, in this group, who are examiners besides Lourdes and Jaime? Who else is an examiner?
I am too, but you are
okay. That's why you're saying. 3, somebody else who is an examiner in this group? No one else?
I think I am.
You think you are?
Yeah.
Please, Edison, when we finish the meeting, don't go. I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay, so coming back
one thing.
Please.
The idea is that in the preparation courses for becoming an examiner, they tell you that you just have to follow the guidelines they give you. It's not that you have to be flexible or not. It's a matter of doing what you have to do because the rubrics are there and your training is there. So you cannot, but what I've noticed is that you have to practice a lot with partners and with and work online too.
Yes,
otherwise you just read a book and then you present yourself to the exam, you're gonna fail.
Yeah, 2 more things before we finish. Silvia, Lucia from Ayla, you have a new haircut. Very beautiful. Silvia, Lucia, could you say something about the reality in Colombia? About for example, Silvia Lucia, she is from Florencia, Caquetá, in the jungle of Colombia, right? It's like Iquitos here in Peru. Could you tell us briefly about students and teachers taking FCE exams in Colombia?
Okay, here we have some different exams. For example, in Florencia now, some academics are using ETEP and TOEIC. However, if we want to take IELTS or other exams, we need to go to Bogota, that is the capital of Colombia.
You would say that they are more popular in Colombia, not the Cambridge?
No. Yes. For example, if you talk to us about one exam, we say IELTS or TOEFL.
Not Cambridge?
No, for that reason I say I never listened about it. Maybe Met, or the Michigan before, but not exactly the exam that you are talking about.
My goodness, my dear Silvia, I need to go to Colombia then.
I think so, but it is so interesting. And for example, now in my university, we are receiving a training about TOEFL in order to try to take that exam for all professors, because here in Colombia it's mandatory to develop in our students from teaching programs a C1 level. And in that case, we need to prepare about it.
So then you will love the presentation number 8 or 7 maybe, where Inés from Ecuador, she represents, I don't know what her título is, I don't remember. She's a good friend of mine. She's from Ecuador and she represents TOEFL exams in Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and I don't remember what other countries. And she wants to present a webinar meeting on TOEFL, because this time she says it will be taken home virtually. So it will be interesting for you.
Yes, of course.
Okay, please, thank you very much, Silvia. Okay, let's see this video about top 5 speaking paper mistakes. They are not my ideas, but.
Hi, I'm Christopher Walker with Closely Observed English. In this video, we're going to look at the FCE and CAE speaking. I'm going to count back through the top 5 mistakes people make.
I love this.
Number 5 is answering the first question in too much detail. When you come into the exam, the examiner will probably ask you where you're from. The right answer is, I'm from Poland, if you're from Poland, or I'm from Spain. If you like, you could say, I'm from Madrid in Spain, or I'm from Krakow in Poland. Don't give a long answer here, like, I come...
Oops, oops. I'm so sorry, I made a mistake. Talking about mistakes.
Hi, I'm Christopher Walker with Closely Observed English. In this video, we're going to look at the FCE and CAE speaking. I'm going to count back through the top 5 mistakes people make. Number 5 is answering the first question in too much detail. When you come into the examiner will probably ask you where you're from. The right answer is, I'm from Poland, if you're from Poland, or I'm from Spain. If you like, you could say, I'm from Madrid in Spain, or I'm from Krakow in Poland. Don't give a long answer here, like, I come from the town of Bielsko-Biała, which is a small industrial city in the south of Silesia, famous for its coal production, or something, I don't know. And the problem there is that it's obviously a rehearsed answer. The examiner will know this, the interlocutor will lean forward and with their hand go, thank you. And then you'll feel a little bit weird because already the interlocutor doesn't seem happy with you. So to recap then, when they ask you where you're from, just tell them the name of the country and wait for the next question. Soon you'll get some real questions you can sink your teeth into, and then you can speak a lot more. Number 4. This is a personal bugbear really, but in the picture round, so round 2, please don't start by saying on the first picture. It's in the first picture, in the second picture. That's the right preposition. But if you do make this mistake a lot, there's a very easy solution. Don't say which picture. Remember, the interlocutor and the assessor can both see you. Just point at the picture and say, here we can see some people doing something.
You see, I made a mistake.
We all made it.
Number 3.
Yes, it was on
Believe it
purpose.
or not, this problem even affects CAE students who really should know better. Again, in part 2, where you have pictures to talk about, it's not a picture description that the examiners want. You have questions to answer. For example, perhaps the picture shows somebody swimming. Don't spend all of your time talking about what kind of swimming they're doing, the color of their swimming trunks, how cold the water might be. Instead, focus on the question, which might be, what is difficult about doing this? Or what might the person be enjoying about swimming? In that case, you can really go to town with your modals. They might be feeling cold. They might be finding this difficult. It's possible that they could be. They must be. These sort of expressions are good, but spending your whole minute describing what's in the picture will get you nowhere. Number 2. After you've had your long turn in the FCE and CAE speaking, it's time to work with your partner. And here you'll have what we call the collaborative task. You'll have a situation to discuss together. For example, here are 5 things that people have to consider when making a decision. Now, the worst thing you could possibly do here to start is to give a superlative as your first statement. You look at the list and say, oh, this one's the most difficult, or this one's the most important. Wait, that's going to come up soon anyway, so there's no rush. After 2 minutes of discussing each point with your partner, the interlocutor will stop you and say, you now have 1 minute to decide, and then the thing that you've probably already decided. And that's the problem with reaching this conclusion so soon. You find that actually you've got nothing to talk about later. And that brings us to mistake number 1. And this is something that is true through the whole exam for FCE and CAE. You must learn to forgive yourself if you make a mistake. It's only natural to make a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes all the time. The problem in the speaking test is that when you make a mistake, it can go to your head, it can affect your concentration, it can make you choke, it can make you want to cry. And if you do that, you will lose a lot of time that's remaining to you. For example, you start to choke up after part 2 because you got the question wrong or you didn't understand it. And then part 3 comes and you're not concentrating. You miss out on the opportunity to get some marks, and that's what's important. Cambridge use a positive marking scheme. So don't worry about the mistakes you made. Concentrate on what you're going to do next and get the most marks you possibly can. And that's it. Hopefully, if you listen to those 5 tips and you avoid those 5 common mistakes, you'll have a more successful speaking test. So, good luck to you. Bye.
Excellent. So questions and comments before that. These are the 6 PDF books I have. Phrasal verbs, which will be in the reading and use of English. Check vocabulary. This is for writing. This is a wonderful 24, 26 pages. Wow. About articles, essays, reviews, and everything. You won't need to pay or to study in an institute or a webinar or whatever. These are common mistakes about if it is if or it is whether. If it is present perfect or past simple. Here you have example exams and here you have reading techniques. Okay, if you deposit $100 at the end of the meeting. Okay, $90.
Less.
Thank you.
Yes.
Do you know how many hours it
It's an
took?
option, but for lower, no? It's a bunch of things. It's less.
Do you know how long it took me to download these books?
We know what kind of person you are, Jaime.
And I know how much money you have. So just if you if you order the books now, it's $80. So if you want them, next Saturday we have this meeting. Saturday, why not Sunday? Because Sunday is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
My mother is not here. My mother is in heaven. But no, that's okay. That's okay. My mother is in heaven, but because I respect some mothers here, so it will be on Saturday, and then there will be a present for everyone. It will be a virtual present.
Okay, good. Sounds good.
Okay, and this is my phone number to send me a WhatsApp, and I will send you the 6 PDF books. Okay?
Oh my God.
Right, thank
okay.
you. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. $80.
No, thank you. So no.
My goodness.
Previous payment.
Ahora, ¿por qué así fácilmente? Porque todo eso está libre en Google. Ahora, ¿cuál es su misión? ¿Cuál es su tarea de ustedes? Por favor, esos libros, compártanlos con... Si alguien de ustedes les pregunta, que una persona que no les gusta a ustedes, ¿ok? Que no les cae, que es su enemigo, que es su coordinador, que es su director, y todavía no está en FCE, compártalo, porque no es de usted, tampoco es mío. Sí, no son como las conferencias de allá, sí, así no son. Entonces, porque usualmente cuando uno va a un seminario, una taller, oye, ¿qué te dieron? Nada. ¿Qué aprendiste? Nada. Se ríen porque es verdad, claro. Y yo lo aprendí, y aquí termino, y no los canso, y yo aprendí en México, hace 7, 8 años estaba la presidenta la presidenta Christine Kum de TESOL Internacional, terminó ella su conferencia para 300, 400 personas, me acerqué y le digo, Christine, I am from Peru, I work at Universidad de Piura, could you please give me your email so I can ask you for your presentation for my friends, colleagues back in Peru? And she said, where is your USB? Give me your USB. And in that moment, she gave me her presentation. And later, she presented the same thing in Chile, in Ecuador, in Bolivia, in Brazil, the same. Disculpen que grite, pero es que me emociono ante la humanidad de personas que yo digo, ¿qué voy a hacer yo? Lo mismo. Por eso yo les pido a ustedes, compartan toda la información. Este video lo voy a bajar y lo voy a colgar. Ha sido uno de los más fructíferos que alguna vez he dado con Lourdes y con Michael y con Edison, que son los wow. Y ustedes. Ok, ahora sí tenemos preguntas para terminar. Nos quedan 28 minutos. ¿Alguien que quiera conversar, pedir?
Sure.
Yes, Michael.
Yeah, Jaime, thank you very much. Ms. Lourdes, thank you very much, and everybody here. It's been a good experience, and
you have to be with us next Saturday, please, Michael.
Yeah, definitely, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Bring your wife. Bring your wife. Come on.
Yes, yes. My wife is also especially. Yes. Jaime, please. Thank you very much. Is there any way I want to ask? I hope after this pandemic, we will not stop here, because that's what I was discussing with my director yesterday, that the pandemic has given us a kind of different dimension of learning. Many teachers, I never knew that I can be an online teacher, so active like this. So I want to believe that after this pandemic, this can be another way of, I don't know whether you have a future plan about it.
We will have professors from the 5 continents and the universe, I promise. Anything else? Somebody else?
Yeah, and about what you said.
Who? Edison.
Yeah. About what you said. This kind of meeting this not only teach us all something, but it also helps us to get rid of this tension and this stress.
I'm drinking pisco now. That's why.
It gives us a break of thinking about all these kind of negative things around us. Okay, so it also gives us some hope that through distance we can share things. Essentially,
yes.
What we are doing is sharing. And that's what teachers and maestros in Spanish really do. It is sharing things.
Yes.
Because when you share, you learn.
Of course.
As much as you teach is the same, you learn in the same amount. It's not that you just give or no, because nobody learns if they don't want to.
Yeah.
If they don't want to, it doesn't matter if you are a clown, if you're an entertainer, if you are a master, you are a teacher, and then if the person doesn't want to learn, he just doesn't learn.
Have you heard, Edison? Have you heard this quote that says, you can take the horse to the river, but you can make him drink water?
Drink water, that's the idea.
And it happened here, sorry to say, but some people didn't participate. Why? Because they are afraid, they are nervous, whatever. But I hope next time you will participate. Somebody else in English, French, Quechua, or Spanish. Jessica Ramírez, órale.
Órale, no, yo soy de Colombia, Joana Vargas.
Oh, Joana Vargas, mucho gusto.
Primero, discúlpenme por no haberme presentado al principio, pero pues llegué unos minuticos tarde, qué pena.
Pero el sábado vas a llegar a la hora.
Sí, claro, yo lo prometo. Muchas gracias por este importante espacio. Apreciamos mucho como tener esta oportunidad de compartir con tantas personas que saben tantas cosas y que nos van a ayudar tanto en un futuro. Pues yo apenas me gradué el año pasado, pero sí estoy muy interesada en saber muchas cosas acerca de los exámenes para certificarme porque es necesario. Y gracias por compartir todos esos tips que de verdad nos van a servir bastante.
Y gracias a ti por tu presencia y por tus palabras. ¿Alguien más? ¿Alejandra?
Nora.
Nora.
I just want to say thank you. I know you don't want to tell you, teacher Jaime.
No.
Thank you, Jaime, for your time. Always
Thank you,
it's a pleasure, Lourdes. And I've been working all night because it's the best time for me to work at home. And it's like always is a good time learning from you. And it's so grateful to be here.
And it's grateful to see you because I know you have 4 children.
Yeah, and right now I'm awake since last night because here it's cooler at night and the internet is faster, so I
work all night. You work all night.
Yeah, I don't know how I look, but I look.
You look the same, but.
And it was nice to thank you for the invitation.
Okay,
Like
the invitation is open. Is open. So I hope next time we have more people from other continents and other countries and other realities. Somebody else before we go home?
Jaime.
Who's
Jacqueline.
speaking?
Jacqueline.
Ah, hello, Jacqueline Llerena.
Jaime, quiero agradecerte mucho por este espacio. Yo también recién acabo de terminar el año pasado la universidad.
Yo también hace 2 años recién terminé.
Y también es interesante poder compartir los conocimientos de todos ustedes y la verdad que siempre me voy a llevar un aprendizaje de cada uno de ustedes. Eres un buen líder, sigue siendo así, una persona humilde, que le gusta apoyar y ayudar a los demás. Te felicito y siempre serás bendecido por Dios porque te gusta compartir con todos. Les agradezco a todos que están ahí en el espacio, de verdad que son muy inteligentes, personas que saben bastante, y yo estoy aprendiendo mucho de ustedes. Gracias a todos y qué bonito que nos hemos reunido hoy en equipo. Gracias.
Así es, y gracias, Jacqueline. Yo quisiera agregar algo. La creencia de los que van a talleres, conferencias, es de que voy a aprender. Un momento. Los que más aprendemos por experiencia, que damos conferencias, talleres, somos los que damos. Porque no saben ustedes lo que es enriquecerse de saber de Colombia, saber de Chaclacayo, saber de Lima, saber de Puno, saber de Santa Cruz, y quien se enriquece más es uno. O sea, no crean que, y yo visito sus Facebooks y veo en qué andan, y digo, wow, están en el Congreso, wow, están por allá, wow, son representantes de tal cosa, pero aquí todos somos simples seres humanos, sin PDA, ¿cómo es? PH, más PDH. Master, no, simplemente es Glady, Jacqueline, Jaime, Lourdes. Ya cuando vuelvan a su realidad, ya pues son doctores, masters y todo lo demás. Y viven en Netherlands. PH, no, PH. ¿Alguien más? Lourdes, para terminar, ya con Lourdes terminamos, porque ya...
Nada, agradecerlas también, sé que muchos me han agradecido, es un placer estar aquí, como Edison dice, ¿no? Es también una parte de olvidarnos un poco del tema que está muy actual, y bueno, también para mí es una manera también de estar en contacto con otros profesores, y es otra realidad, ¿no? Y es muy gratificante poder hablar español un poquito y estar en contacto con peruanos.
Eso, por eso está aquí Lourdes, porque allá no habla nada de español, pues en Netherlands.
Ya Netherlands. Eso es algo que quiero corregir porque
never Spanish in Netherlands.
¿Cómo es, Lourdes?
Ya Netherlands.
The Netherlands. Dice una profesora en la Facultad de Educación, excuse me con, ¿cómo dice? Excuse me con... Sorry con
sorry.
excuse me.
Sorry
Sorry
con
con
excuse
excuse. Gracias Lourdes, porque tu presencia a mí, no lo saben, pero yo soy muy nervioso, pero no parezco. Pero como yo sé que aquí está la representante de Cambridge.
No soy
entonces,
representante de Cambridge. Cambridge me va a demandar. No trabajo.
Perdón, para mí es la representante. Entonces yo estoy tranquilo que cualquier error que cometa, ella lo va a subsanar, como ha dicho, The Netherlands. Y como el otro error que lo hice a propósito, pero nadie se dio cuenta, no era on the photograph, no era in the photograph. Y todos me siguieron, ¿ven? Y todos me siguieron. Pero yo esperaba que alguien me corrigiera y nadie. Qué mal.
Eso también es una manera de dar a conocer que como speakers, o que sabemos, también cometemos errores.
Porque
Entonces,
eres humano.
y es normal también que nos corrijan, o nos corrijamos. Y el hecho de participar, ¿no? Porque si no participamos, nunca vamos a absorber nuestras dudas y no sabremos, nos quedaremos con esa incógnita. Y igual en los webs que yo les recomendaba siempre de ver de Cambridge, ¿no? Ahí puedan inscribirse y participen. A mí en uno de Facebook me respondieron los mismos de Cambridge, ¿no? Entonces, claro, era como que wow, ¿no? Y sí pueden, tienes, con tu experiencia, a veces te salen dudas, ¿no? Del trabajo, consúltalo con tus compañeros, consúltalo con tus coordinadores, y si tienes la oportunidad hoy en día con la tecnología de preguntarles a los autores de los libros, a los, ¿no? Hacerlo. Claro, y a Jaime también, ¿no?
Y a Lourdes.
No tener vergüenza, ¿no? Animar.
Así es. Pero es que Lourdes ha dicho una cosita bien importante, que nosotros no queremos participar, pero cuando regresemos al salón, ¡ja! ¡Ja! Van a sentir una frustración, una cólera, que no participen. Disculpen, cuando ustedes... Yo les voy a mostrar este video a sus alumnos. Y van a decir, ¿esa es mi profesora que no participa? Sí, esa es tu profesora. ¿Esa es la que quiere que yo participe? Sí, esa es. Ah, ya les di, muy bien. Qué bueno que les haya dolido. Qué bueno que les haya dolido.
Otra cosa, Jaime.
¿Con quién estamos? Con Edison, de Quito, Ecuador. Si van a Quito, Ecuador, Edison los va a recibir en su casa.
Y luego vamos al hotel.
Gracias, Edison. Gracias. Esa ha sido un...
Bueno, una cosa es, me han pedido mi dirección de correo para...
Escríbela en chat.
No sé por qué no puedo escribirla, intenté escribirla.
Entonces dila, si no hay problema, quedará grabado esto aquí.
Ya, pero bueno, solo les dicto, ¿no?
Ok, como colegio, Edison, E-D-I-S-O-N.
E de banano, Edison, RSB, @hotmail.com.
Edison, RB.
No, RSB.
RSB, R de ratón, S de Susana.
Santa Cruz, y B de banano.
Y B de banana.
Sí, @hotmail.com.
@hotmail.com.
Lo he escrito en el chat. A ver.
Ahí Cintia Javes lo ha escrito. Su primera participación de Cintia. Solamente para hablar de la...
Cintia.
Imagínate, solamente.
No, también participé, teacher.
No, nada de teacher.
Se me olvida.
¿Sabes por qué? Cintia.
Sí, la costumbre.
Es la costumbre. Es que desde que ustedes dicen teacher, ya están hablando así, miren.
Ya.
I always say Jaime.
Thank you, Gisela. Y cuando vaya a Lima, Chaclacayo, también espero.
But I invite you before, you remember?
Of course, I will be there, I promise.
Okay.
Jorge de Sucre, ¿algo que decir de Bolivia?
Sí, Jaime. ¿Me escuchan?
Sí, te escuchamos,
Sí.
Jorge, y terminamos.
Sí,
tengo que ir a cocinar y lavar.
Me too.
Ok.
Son 2 sesiones que lamentablemente me las perdí, uno por la diferencia de horario, otra por una inconveniencia, pero al fin pude ingresar. Y miren que son cosas de la vida, ¿no? Que gracias al problema que tenemos nos podemos contactar, conocer nuevas personas, aprender mucho de los demás, y creo que no hay mal que por bien no venga.
Así es. Siempre viendo que el vaso...
Está...
No.
Está lleno, está medio lleno.
O medio vacío.
Que siempre hay algo en el vaso, siempre hay algo en el vaso, siempre.
Claro.
Los piuranos somos borrachos.
¿Quién fue?
No, eso no es cierto.
Jaime, keep my share.
Okay, so see you on... Perdón.
Que...
¿Quién está hablando?
Cintia.
Al fin ya va a hablar Cintia.
Bueno, yo creo que cada desafío siempre nos trae una nueva oportunidad, ¿no? Y esto, bueno, yo lo estoy viendo así, nos ha traído muchas cosas que, miren, ¿quién iba a pensar de que de diferentes países íbamos a estar acá unidos el día de hoy? Si es que no ocurría lo que ocurrió, ¿no? Entonces, bueno, yo creo que es eso al fin y al cabo.
Muy bien, Cintia. Y compartan los libros PDF. Compártanlos. Ya veo en sus caras que los van a guardar y no los van... De veras. Mejor ya no se los envío. Mejor ya.
I'm gonna send a picture. I'm gonna send a picture when I share.
Ok.
Teacher,
Entonces...
muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much, Jaime.
Gracias, Teacher Carmen. Gracias, Teacher Carmen.
Thank you, Miss Lourdes.
¿Por qué me llamas Teacher Jaime? Entiéndalo, cuando te bautizaron no dijeron te bautizo, Teacher Carmen. No, te dijeron en el nombre del Padre Carmen, en el nombre del Padre Carmen. Ya, eso. Mueran con eso.
En los siguientes Zoom, ya, todos nos diremos nuestro nombre.
Ok, bye. Gracias, Silvia. Gracias.
Bye. Have a good one. Have a good day.
See you on Saturday. Thank you, Michael, Lourdes, Joel, Nora, Liliana, Edison, Gabriela, Cynthia, Moisés, everybody.
Thank you, Jaime.
Go and cook. Go and wash. Pay attention to your husband, Lourdes.
I will. Good evening, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Lourdes.
Oh, good morning still.
Bye. Que no se quieren ir, ¿no? Váyanse.
I just want to go.
Go.